Next, the landscape set anchors all of our patios, hardscapes, softscapes, lighting systems, and more. This does have a vast amount of information, but I find it easier than the pool plan review. If you have a pool only, you may not have a landscape set. Without further ado, let's get started reviewing your landscape plan set. The landscape set begins with the L1 page, as this is our hardscape plan. The L1 page outlines the patios, walkways, and hardscape details. You may see gas and electric runs and other aspects of your project on the L1 page as well. Your review training starts with a few things. First, simply study the plan. Read the details, the notes, and the legends. Make sure the information is correct and makes sense. Secondly, if there are any items that are important to you that you have discussed with your designer verbally, make sure it gets to your plans. While it is true that verbal agreements are not part of our contracts, we can and should put on things that are important to you. Like, make sure this tree is centered on this window, or this patio should be 12 feet wide and centered on the pool. If these important discussions don't make it to the plans, then sometimes they get missed. Your designer will do their best in ensuring some of these details are remembered and documented, but we do overlook things. So we are asking for your help on this plan for these details that are important to you. Next, read the legend. The legend is directly imported from your construction agreement and should contain the exact items and details from this agreement, along with additional information. This legend contains quantities as well, and call-outs on the plan, so familiarizing yourself with both is important, as you will be approving this for final construction very soon. Once you review the legend, look over the elevations. Some projects don't have steps or elevations, but if yours does, then this is a very important step in review. Ensure these steps and elevations are to your expectations. For example, we have a plus 72-inch equipment wall, or 6 feet tall. Next, we have steps going up to the fire pit area, starting at ground level, stepping up 6 inches per step, and finishing at an 18-inch raised patio. Finally, look at the sunken area. It's similar but has 6-inch steps going down to a finished floor of minus 36 inches, or 36 inches below ground level. Pretty simple, right? Next, look at the overall spaces and layouts of the patios and hardscapes. Ensure the patios are large enough, walkways are wide enough, and steppers are to your expectations. Sometimes plans will have distances shown, sometimes they may not. If you are concerned about a distance, just ask. We can add these to the plan so you are sure. Finally, look over the callouts to ensure you recognize and agree with what they are saying. On this project, we have artificial turf, raised garden beds, travertine pavers, and travertine overlay of the back patio. Ensure these items are to your expectations and nothing looks out of place. Sometimes we use the space on the L1 plan for additional details. In this project, we have some wall details and a fire pit detail. Check these out, make sure you understand them, and ask questions if you are unsure. Now, we will transition to the L2 page. It is possible your plan can get all details into one L1 page, but for larger projects, the L2 page contains the planting legend and lighting plan. On occasion, it may have irrigation details as well. For this plan, I typically start with an overview of the trees and the tree layout. Trees are always more prominent on a plan, and they are installed first, and plants work around trees. So let's start there. Are the trees where you want them? Are they far enough off the house or the wall so they don't have future issues? Once I review the tree layout, I'll check out the tree legend and read the names, types, sizes, and quantities of the trees. Are they all accounted for? Does the tree count match the contract? Do you want to add more trees or adjust? Are you happy with the sizes of the trees? If you are looking for larger trees or more mature trees, now would be the time to ask for costs and change orders on larger sizes for a more mature look. Work with your designer for the perfect tree layout at this step. Next, we move to plants. While I'm very educated on Arizona plants, most of our clients are not, so they rely on our designers to recommend plants. With that being said, I strongly encourage you to focus on this planting plan, study the names, Google each plant, review the image, do your own research, and confirm this is what you like. That's the best way to start a thorough review of the planting plan on this page. After you see and approve each plant, it may be worth looking at plant layout and plant quantities. Does it match the contract? Do you want to add or reduce plants? I will tell you as a designer, I tend to love plants. And sometimes when I get creative, I will add more plants. It's easy at this point and makes for a more plush finished project. Finally, landscape lighting is one of my favorites. I hate to admit, I'm a landscape lighting junkie, as I think that this is one of the best investments in your landscape project. While it is true, they are easy to add later, and they are typically the first things to be reduced or removed to get to a budget, they add the most value at night to any outdoor paradise. First, check out the lighting legend and ensure you have the quantities you've contracted for. Next, look at the location of each light. Pay attention to whether it's an uplight that shines up a tree or a wall, or a downlight or path light meant to light up walkways and pathways. We have so many different lighting options, so if you are concerned about having enough light and proper light, spend some time with your designer to go over this lighting plan, as now is the time to consider adding lights for areas that may end up being too dark. Secondly, you should have seen the landscape light style and colors and finishes in our showroom. But it's not a bad idea to confirm what each light looks like. And this is pretty easy to see and match to the legend. Talk to your designer for pictures, or do some online research for model numbers. Well, that's a full rundown of the L1 and L2 landscape plan set. We hope you are satisfied with the plan so far. Okay, we are almost done. Thanks for hanging in there. You've learned so much. And this will make you better equipped for your upcoming project, I promise. This last page is likely going to be pretty robust if it's part of your plan set. It's our structural set. This set is custom drafted and designed by our engineering manager with great detail. The S1 set is typically for structural engineering and details that go around some of our unique features, structures, and elements. This plan has so much detail, it's complex and ready for your review. I'm showing it to you now so you can be prepared to review this and sign off as part of the final plan set. So check it out. As I said prior, not many companies put this level of detail into construction plans. Fortunately for you, we do. There is no easy way to explain how to best review this plan, as it takes years of training and experience to fully read and utilize this plan. So my advice to you right now, just look it over, as these are the last pages of the plan set, and make sure everything looks good. Should you have any specific requests or details on your outdoor kitchen, pergolas, ramadas, or custom features, this is the plan that should show it. Should you want the challenge? Take it slow. Take it one detail at a time and let us know if you have any questions or concerns. Thank you for your time in understanding our construction plan review process, and especially this 90% plan review. I'm hoping you can see everything starting to come together for this final set of plans. The next version should be the DocuSign set. This is the set that you, your designer, and myself will sign for your project to be released to construction. This sign-off request simply is confirming that we have all reviewed your construction plans for accuracy. The DocuSign process is quick and easy. We send you a DocuSign plan to sign, and this final plan gets uploaded to your project management file, then distributed to our construction team. From there, your office project manager will reach out to you and set up a pre-site meeting to kick off your project. This pre-site meeting is typically held at the project location, with your landscape and pool designer, our pool superintendent, our landscape superintendent, and of course, you. In closing, I want to thank you for taking the time and watching this video segment on plan review. We are close. I'm so excited about getting started on your project, and thanks again for choosing Unique.